Hello, for this video I'm talking about 47 video games I love. I don't know where these rank among my favorites, but I'll just pick them alphabetically. One from each franchise, and I'll try to pick ones not too obvious. Many will be obvious. Let's do this. Number 1, Ape Escape. I'm a sucker for 3D platformers, and this scratches that itch. You're a time-traveling boy catching monkeys to stop their albino leader from taking over the world. Actually, monkeys have tails and apes don't. The vibe is nice, gadgets are diverse and all useful in their own ways. Controls are amazing, especially for its time. The camera and voice acting are god-awful, but I don't care. This is an old game, I know what I'm getting into. Number 2, Astrobot's Playroom. It was free on my brother's PS5, he was the one who just threw something at me. Nice calming music, beautiful graphics, gameplay is really easy, but it's still a fantastic and fun look through Sony's history of consoles. I will eventually play the full game and love it. Number 3, Batman Arkham Knight. As a licensed Batman glazer, this series has the best games to give justice to his character. It combined the genres of combat and stealth to make something incredible. I get why people don't like the overuse of the Batmobile, but this is still the best looking and feeling game in the entire series. Number 4, Ben 10 Protector of Earth, also the best in its series. Ignore that he's called Ben 10 and only turns into 5 aliens. Sometimes less is more. Good platforming, nice art style, combo animations are cool with massive enemy and location variety, from plant monsters in Seattle to bears made of diamond in New Orleans. This is great if you like beat-em-ups. By the way, if you ever play this, forearms throwing that boulder shaves health like almost nothing else. Number 5, Bully. This is the only GTA type game that's showing up here. Shout out to Sleeping Dogs and Saints Row 2. This game sounds, looks, and feels like the mid-2000s, with fantastical violence all protected by a non-lethal PG-13 rating. The characters, weapons, and minigames are solid. Even without a car, you move great. The open world is surprising because you can leave the school and that expands on the characters. Despite its production issues, this is Rockstar's finest work. Number 6, Burnout 3 Takedown. This game is considered by many to be the best among racing games, and it's deserved. The soundtrack is fun, the cars are crazy fast, and everyone loves Crash Mode. It's like Angry Birds, but for men. Fantastic. Number 7, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I suck at this game and I still love it. The series has evolved and improved its gameplay over time, but the Modern Warfare trilogy and Black Ops brought us some of the best campaigns in the franchise. MW2 improved on everything already done well by MW1. It popularized custom weapons and kill streaks for FPS multiplayer games. This game represents what I consider the golden age of Call of Duty. And remember, no Russian. Number 8, Cars. You forgot this movie had a video game. I didn't because I grew up with this. In this one, you're set in the Cars universe after the first movie, racing and exploring different maps just for the heck of it. There's not much of a story here, still it's nice that they brought back the voice actors. Tracks and minigames are diverse and nice, the soundtrack just ties the whole thing together. Think of it like Mario Kart World with an Americana vibe. Number 9, Cuphead. Fantastic animation and soundtrack done painfully well to resemble the 1920s animation. Gameplay has a nice simple run and gun formula that helps you better focus on the high difficulty and life-saving parry system. DLC looks great too, but I refuse to buy it as I'm cheap. Next game. Number 10, Devil May Cry 3. I played this on a friend system for like 2 levels and wow, I suck. I can play games like this, Bayonetta and DMC5, but I have zero style. Anyway, the combat is fluid and diverse, the story is fun. Virgil being this active threat is just peak cinema. Awesome game. Number 11, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Now look, I love older games, older movies, older everything, but Donkey Kong is the opposite. What is this? What is this? Ew, no. For this, the newer the better. I played this for days on my father's friend's Wii U. The levels are gorgeous, movement is nice, difficulty is very present. It's another sequel that improves on the prior games. I can't play it anymore, but it was fun while it lasted. Number 12, Doom Eternal. I could not glaze this more than the fanbase if I tried. Music, level design, movement, story, guns, and glory kills are all amazing. This is so far one of the greatest first-person shooters I've ever played. Number 13, Earthbound. Younger people know this as the game that inspired Undertale. Despite that, this still holds up. You're a group of kids with psychic powers trying to... I honestly forgot the plot. Embark on a journey to seek out and record the melodies of 8 sanctuaries, unite his own powers with the Earth's, and gain the strength required to confront Gaius. Okay, sure, why not? While the music, story, and settings are all solid, the NPCs are where this game shines. You spend the adventure interacting with unique, funny, and random people around the world. These aren't mandatory, you just do it and keep moving forward. It's a classic, but be warned, you will get lost, so get a guide. Number 14, Fallout New Vegas. Despite my anxiety towards open-ended decisions, I still adore this game. This is Fallout 3 improved and tweaked with some of the best writing in the series. Amazing portrayal of political and character nuance. Factions, DLC, story, and exploration are still solid. Despite the massive bugs, this is still 3D Fallout at its best. Number 15, Five Nights at Freddy's. Don't worry, there's no jump scares. This is a weird choice for me. Really short, not much of a soundtrack, and the fan base can be cringe, but still, I really enjoyed myself. This game has a great atmosphere. Rather than run, hide, or fight the monster, you're stuck. It reminds me of sleep paralysis as you're forced to peer into the abyss. These are great monsters and a great success for a franchise built by one man. Thumbs up, at least for the first 3 games. Number 16, Fossil Fighters Champions. In this game, you dig up fossils to use them in battles. I love this game growing up. Combat is simple, but the nice locations, goofy villains, and unique fossils always made exploring fun. Basically like a good knockoff of Pokemon. I appreciate this game not just because of the quality, but because I think more people should love dinosaurs. Number 17, God of War 3. This was my first game in the series and it's still the best. Great hack and slash mechanics with hints of puzzles and platforming. The scale, music, and challenge is a sight to behold. Minus the sad bloodshed, this is good. Number 18, Grim Fandango. You play as Manny Calavera, an insurance salesman selling travel deals to the dead in order to settle his debt. Art style, soundtrack, and writing are all fantastic. Solutions are often unclear, but it's still the greatest point-and-click adventure I've ever played. Also, I didn't know this until my mom mentioned it, but Calavera is Spanish for skeleton. Number 19, Halo Combat Evolved. To be honest, I mostly only played multiplayer on PC. I camped in Blood Gulch with the rocket launcher, sue me. Oddball and Capture the Flag were my favorite. Vehicles and weapons were unique and effective. The voiceover was nice. This doesn't even mention the iconic music and cool story. I see why this was the face of Xbox. From what I hear, it's downhill after Halo Reach. Number 20, Infamous. My brother introduced this to me, and this is still one of the greatest superhero games of its time. I like the weird recovering city aesthetic and the poetry of your powers. Electricity is a symbol of modern living, and you are a walking light bulb for a city that needs it. Gameplay works like a third-person shooter with electricity, parkour, and a karma system. Also, since I won't get this chance again, Zeke Jedediah Dunbar is the best character in the series, period. Number 21, Jak and Daxter, The Precursor Legacy. Fun fact, this was Naughty Dog's attempt at a game with no loading screens. They not only succeeded, but created something incredible. The environments, movement, simple yet effective combat, and Daxter. Daxter is the rare instance I can think of where a comic relief sidekick works. So yeah, great game. Baffles my mind how anyone can prefer the sequels to this. Except this one, weirdly my second favorite in the series. Number 22, Jet Set Radio Future. Now listen, art, fashion, style, music, all of these things are very subjective, but I don't hesitate when I say this has one of the greatest video game aesthetics of all time. Soundtrack, colors, character design, graffiti design. This thing promotes a culture I forgot exists. The gameplay of graffiti and movement can be annoying and hard to master, but this was worth it just to experience the look of this thing. Also remember, graffiti is illegal. That's an actual disclaimer in these games. Love it. Number 23, Journey. This is another one where it's more about the feel of the game than the actual gameplay. You're a mute scarf person trying to climb a mountain who glides with the scarf. I'm sure there's some hidden lore, but even without it, I still felt what they wanted. The painful struggle of moving forward while appreciating those who come and go. Pretty short at 5 hours. Still, great game. Number 24, Lego Marvel Superheroes. I'm gonna be honest with you, most Lego games are the same. Still, they come with charm and ease that sticks with you if done right. While this game doesn't have the early silent comedy, it adds much more. Characters move and fill roles diversely, the soundtrack is weirdly good, side missions are hot garbage, but still, this and a few others are Lego at its best. Also, am I the only one who realized this game's plot is ripped straight from Suicide Squad? No one else? God, I'm old. Number 25, Marvel's Spider-Man. Marvel's is part of the title, I don't know why. Combat borrows from Batman Arkham with its own unique twists. Challenges are good, especially screwballs. Also, movement is great. It was so great, I skipped over fast traveling. It was so great, the challenges tied to his movement were my favorite. As for Jameson, God tier edition, I could listen to this man for hours. In the sequels, I always muted Danica and kept him. Oh yeah, and the Marys and Miles sections suck, but, you know, it is what it is. Number 26, Medieval 1998. This is among the PS1's best titles that I discovered through PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. You play as Sir Daniel Higginbottom Fortescue IV of Galamere, a man who, in trying to prove himself against the Dark Wizard, dies instantly. With the defeated wizard returning to revive the dead, Daniel is revived with a second chance to prove himself. This game is an acquired taste. Combat and movement are basic, camera isn't great, and you will fall off many ledges. Still, the atmosphere and music are fantastic, taking inspiration from The Nightmare Before Christmas. Characters are fun, offering dry wit and world building. If you like dated gothic video games, this is up your alley. Number 27, Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition. I never realized how much I love racing games. Anyway, there's not much plot here. Gameplay is just fantastic. Cars control well, the different maps and soundtracks look, sound, and feel great. You get weird powers to help you drive. Not much to say, this is just fantastic. Number 28, Minecraft. Again, I hate open-ended decisions, but Minecraft is still incredible. The atmosphere and music that's only improved since its debut. My introduction to this was through Minecraft YouTubers before a few too many got weird. All those different online game modes are great. The redstone, a sight to behold, none of which I could do well. Someone modded Pokemon Red into the game. How? But yeah, this is an icon of indie gaming. Number 29, MotorStorm Pacific Rift. My brother and I found this as a demo. There's no story, so I'll explain the mechanics. Use nitrous to go faster. Using too much nitrous can cause your car to explode. Being near water and lava can help or hurt this. That's how you win. The other drivers are using dirt bikes, monster trucks, and big rigs. If you're riding a motorbike, you can punch people off theirs. The soundtrack, actual tracks, and speed feel great. This is among my favorite racing games. Number 30, No More Heroes. This is another example of me loving a game I am not good at. Art style is nice, housing calm colors with a realistic anime style. Love how in the story you work side jobs to afford killing the next boss, reflecting the director's real life. Said bosses are fantastic and memorable in terms of their dialogue, design, and music. People have interpreted them to symbolize what revenge does to a person, as well as types of ex-girlfriends a man gets. Ignore that the final boss is your sister, but yeah, fights before bosses aren't the best, but this is a great game by a passionate director. Number 35, Okami. This is from the same director as Devil May Cry 1, funny enough. Before I gush up with this game, I'm going to complain. The cutscenes are long with not much of value said. The game is kind of easy, and sometimes it's hard to know what to do next. That is it. I fell in love with this game as soon as I could move around. The immersive music, unique gameplay with mechanics of painting your actions, and gorgeous landscapes with a running animation as you leave a trail of flowers. All of that instantly made this incredible. Number 32, Pac-Man World 2 Repack. I watched my brother's friend play the original first level and have wanted to play this game ever since. You play as John Pac-Man, killing ghosts for some reason. But seriously, levels are faithful and improve on the original. The graphics look solid. Time trials and boss fights are hell on earth. It's a nostalgia talking, but I love this game despite my many grievances. Number 33, Plants vs. Zombies. Alright, not the most exciting gameplay, but still incredible. Gameplay is addictive as you're forced to collect currency rather than earn it through your kills. The soundtrack and design of plants is solid. Gameplay always gives you these new plants and enemies that counter them, creating a difficulty that's not too hard or too easy. Different game modes are nice, while you're never really going on it for too long. As an early app and PC game, it's one of the greats. Number 34, Pokemon Black. A lot of these are close seconds. Explorers of Sky is more addictive, Platinum has the better soundtrack, Heart Gold has the different game modes, and Emerald has the cooler legendaries. Despite all of that, Black is still my favorite. It just has like the best plot. This is the first game to explore the treatment of Pokemon and the deeper motivations of your rivals. Gameplay, monster designs, settings, and music are all still fantastic. Going from Platinum's static poses to the idle animations and more 3D settings, especially with the Sky Arrow Bridge, I was moved to tears. I know White 2 adds and improves on a lot more, but like you just don't forget the original. Number 35, Ratchet & Clank Future: A Crack in Time. I'm not going to repeat too much as I've talked about this before in another video. This is my favorite one in the series. You're a space cat shooting people with guns that get stronger the more you use them. You're looking for your best friend as you explore and fight to find him. Exploration, soundtrack, story, puzzles, and weapon variety, all great. I don't know if this is my favorite game, but this was my first favorite game. I got this alongside my very own PS3 in 2009. This is a series I grew up playing and I highly recommend most of them. Number 36, Rayman Origins. This game is beautiful in its simplicity. Run, jump, punch, save women, defeat giant monsters. That is it. It's a land of dreams. You're not really meant to understand most of what's going on. Loved it. Soundtrack, gameplay, and art style were all wonderful. Co-op was a welcome addition. It's great to play, especially if you like harder games. I know everyone says Legends is better, but Origins had that challenge, speed, and minimalism that just didn't carry over. Number 37, Shadow of the Colossus. Despite the barren landscape and minimal characters, this succeeds. It's one of the earliest games to feature large creatures as the level. Later inspiring God of War bosses, this succeeds in its ambition of gorgeous monsters with a haunting atmosphere as you leave a trail of their corpses to save the one you love. Number 38, Shovel Knight Treasure Trove. A little bit of backstory on this one. My mom and I found this at GameStop when she wanted me to play something less violent. It's a retro 2D game where you play as a guy or fish who whacks evildoers with a shovel. The story is charming, bosses are fun. I got to fight Kratos in the PS4 version. This isn't even mentioning the DLC, which you could argue is even better than the base game. My only complaint was that some of the magic items are kind of useless and the Plague Knight DLC wasn't great. Besides that, loved everything. Number 39, Silent Hill 3. Everyone and their mom loves 2. I think this deserves the same. It improves on 2's shooting mechanics, music and puzzles are still great, Heather's got some nice snark to her. This doesn't even mention the great scary atmosphere and monster designs that bring back the cults from the first game in a meaningful way. Overall, still as great as 2. Number 40, Sly Cooper 3 Honor Among Thieves, from the same company behind Infamous and Ghost of Tsushima. Before I hype up this game, allow me to explain the previous 2 titles. First game's a solid platform. You creep into hub areas to collect keys to fight a boss. The sequel revamped most of that. They changed the linear routes to full-on maps, the side characters grew from the first game, able to be upgraded while being more active in the story. Besides a weak final villain and several frustrating missions, still solid. The third game improved on that even more. Fewer frustrating missions, more diverse gameplay, and the best story in the series, exploring Bentley's place in all this and a villain that shows that place. Peak. Number 41, Sonic Generations. Story, side missions, and final boss aren't the best? Still great. Music, graphics, controls, and level design are all solid. Mixing 2D and 3D Sonic stages, it's an amazing compilation for Sonic's 20th anniversary. Number 42, SteamWorld Heist. Before I say anything, just look at that background. That is someone's wallpaper right there. Anyway, the game. It's a turn-based game that focuses on bullet placement and you hiding from them. Despite the story not being much, the characters and levels were nicely designed. Gameplay has a nice challenge, and it's fun if strategy's your thing. Number 43, Super Mario Galaxy 2. Again, obvious choices. Vibrant colors, great controls, creative levels. It builds on an already fantastic game. This is still one of the greatest Mario games ever made. Number 44, Team Fortress 2. Alright, I'm going to get to how this game is great and all, but whenever I think of this game, I always think of the fanbase first. A great fanbase will always make me love a game more. Anyway, characters are iconic in their simplicity, roles are diverse and well-rounded, weapons and maps are well-made, dialogue I can quote in my sleep. And this is my weapon. She weighs 150 kilograms and fires $200 custom tool cartridges at 10,000 rounds per minute. It costs $400,000 to fire this weapon for 12 seconds. I suck at it, but yeah, great game, great fanbase. Play it, or don't, either is fine. Number 45, Undercroft. This game is strange, not because of the game itself, but the price and location. This was a free game on the iPhone App Store with no microtransactions that disappeared shortly after. In that godless place, I found a unicorn. Back to the game. It's a nice, short, well-paced RPG. You collect quests, fight monsters. Opening music and ambiance is nice. If you're into old point-and-click first-person adventures, I'd give this a whirl. Number 46, Undertale. Great bullet hell gameplay with creative solutions, great soundtrack, story, and characters. It's got that Earthbound charm of meeting weird new characters for either humor or world building. Ending is nicely hopeful, at least for the pacifists. I didn't have it in me for genocide also because I'm not great at it. Okay, number 47, final game. Where's My Water? Why do more people not love this game? It's simple enough. You guide water to a hygienic reptile. The mechanics build on themselves with steam, acid, waste, and water, all while trying to collect extra ducks for some reason. Just an overall solid app. Okay, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed me talking your ear off. Remember that quality and enjoyment are not always the same things. I'm sure you have some thoughts on this, such as why 47 video games? Why did I not include a game you may have liked? Why is the camera still filming the door?